Well, okay guys, hey, we are getting ready to go in and pick up our brand new Mokwheel Basalt ST 2.0 is what it's called. And we're about ready to do that right now, so hey, we'll be back in a minute. Well, here we go guys, there she is. We're getting ready to pick it up. But this is the Basalt ST 2.0. I'm so excited to get this thing. It's going to be so great. All right, here we go. We got the Mokwheel. It's here in all its splendorous glory. We're going to get it off the car and see what's going on. Well, hello and welcome to On the Patio with Mr. D, and my long-awaited wait for my new e-bike has arrived. This is the Mokwheel Basalt ST 2.0, and this is some kind of beautiful bike. Now, what I'm going to do right off the jump here is I'm going to talk about the design and build quality and all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to get into my accessory adds. Now, I've already changed the seat out because the stock seat is a brick for me. So I changed it back to my giddy-up seat, and I should be good to go there. What I want to do, guys, is introduce you to this beautiful bike. I mean, beautiful bike. This is so well made, it's ridiculous. But I'm going to go through all the build quality, paint, everything. And then we're going to go to accessories and then do that. So, hey, let's get this thing going. So what powers this bike is a 750 watt motor with 1100 peak power with 90 Newton meters. And again, being driven by a 52-tooth crankset to a Shimano 7-speed gear set in the back. And the last thing I want to talk about real quick is this is a torque sensor plus cadence sensor. Check. Now, I asked product support at Mokwheel, please define what it does. Now, the way I understand it, it's a torque sensor up until 20 miles an hour, then the cadence sensor takes over. That's what they told me, so don't hold me to it. That's what Mokwheel told me. So basically, the torque sensor works until you hit 20. And then the cadence sensor takes over from there. All right, guys, first thing we're going to talk about is this is a 26 by 4-inch fat wheel e-bike. And this is just, it's phenomenal. The tires on this thing are knobby tires. Looks like they're extremely good quality. I'm hoping so. It does have a suspension front fork where you can lock it out or lock it in. And let me test that here, make sure I got the settings right. Yep, I do. And you can preset this, preload it, do whatever you want to do for that. Now, talking about the brakes, guys, hey, we got some Tektro hydraulic brakes right here. And they are really nice, and they are with 180 millimeter rotors on the front and 180 millimeters on the rear. Again, these are Tektro E350 brakes, and they are really responsive. It also has a Shimano rapid fire gear change, you can see here. Really excellent stuff. I love the padded mod wheel hand grips, leather hand grips. They attach at both ends, which is really, really great. Has the adjustable gooseneck, I guess you could call it that. But when you're doing that, make sure that you put a wrench on this side and a wrench on this side so you can tighten that thing up. Talk about the paint real quick. This is really some high quality, high gloss paint. This is the olive green model, and it has a mirrored Mokwheel logo here on the side. Also a nice Mokwheel mirrored sticker here on the upper frame. And the Basalt ST logo down here. This is a Shimano 7-gear ratio. Now the beautiful chain ring right here. I really like the looks of this. It's on a 52-tooth crankset. It's got metal pedals. I mean, really nice there. Now, like I said, I did change out the seat here. It's got this really cool looking bike rack back here, and it's got like butcher block or something like that on here. And it has Mokwheel actually engraved into the wood. Really cool design. It's a 6-screw mount system here, and the rack is sturdy. As you can see here, there's the bike rack right there. One of the features that sold me on this bike was the inset tail lights, brake lights, and stuff like that. As you can see right here, and it also has signal lights. As you can see, left, right, then cancel them out. You can do that on the control pad. It's got a really nice side stand, as you can see here. Now you see some of the tags are still on the bike because I haven't pulled them off yet. Over here is the charging port right here. And over here is where you put the inverter and all that kind of stuff, where you can recharge the battery or actually charge your stuff if you buy the accessory. To remove the battery is actually pretty simple. You put the key up and on top like this here. Turn your wheel so you can easily access it. About like that, and then just pull it out. Now, if you have the wheels too far, it's going to bump against the front fork, so I would say set it like right about here. And to reinstall, and I'm checking, making sure it's all in, and we're good. That's how easy it is to get the battery out. And then I recommend you keep your keys maybe in your tank bag or whatever. All right, guys, what we're going to do is do the settings on the control pad. First thing, you hit the plus and minus on your control pad and hold them down. And it'll take you to different locations here. As you can see, it's the language, assist level. Now, assist level, let's go down there, is PAS3. You can set it up for 3 PAS settings or 5 PAS settings. I'm going to leave that alone. Go down to the next one. And this one is the voltage level. I'm going to leave it at 48 volts. Scroll down using the down arrow button. Set throttle speed. Hit the right arrow to get into that. Now hit the plus to increase it. Maybe that did it. I don't know. It did. Okay. Got to hit the power button to lock in your changes. Guys, I just found that out. I want to go back. I want to go down to assist speed. Now, I think all of these I'm going to leave the same, but select using the right arrow button and PAS1, and you can see it's 10. Go back. And all of these, you can check them out for yourself. Now I'm going down. That's 10. Okay, I want to go down to PAS5. Select it. It's set at 30, and that's where I'd set it. So that's done. Now I'll go back, go down, startup mode, select, and I want to be free mode. I'm not sure what safe mode is versus free mode. I have no idea. I want to go down again, fault check, that's where you can check any faults, reset the trip meter, and what version you're on, and that sets up. Now I've set this thing up for a category 3 e-bike, and what I want to do is I want to check them. So I want to go here. There's 2 I want to check, Throttle speed. Check. That's at 30. Good. I'll go back. And assist speed. Select. And that's the PASs. I want to go down to 5. Select. And that's set at 30. So, yep, I'm good. And I'm out of there, and we are done. All right, one of the coolest features for me is on the LCD display is you can hit the 2 pinch bolts, lift that. Now, nobody can start this bike and ride it. Now, they can ride it, so I recommend you lock it up, but they can't power the bike up without the LCD display. Now when you're ready to power up, and there's your Mokwheel logo, and you are good to go. All right, with this bike comes a really outstanding little toolkit. I mean, we're not talking junk here. We're talking some nice quality tools to be able to work on your bike, and you can actually take this entire toolkit, put it in and I have a bag just for it, where I can roll it up and put it in my side things in my bag. Also comes with a 3 amp charger right here, Mokwheel branded, of course. Tire pressure time, I got them, and they only had 14 pounds in them. Now I'm going to run mine to 25. I don't know if that's too much or too little, but that's what I did on my my 20x4s, and we'll see if it's too much. I can always take it down. So guys, hey, before I do all the accessory mounting and stuff like that, I got to take care of some safety issues on this bike. It was just delivered yesterday, and some of the stuff is loose. So I'm going to go through, tighten everything up, and then we're going to film putting on the accessories and what I use, the type I use, all that kind of stuff. So hey, let's get this thing going. Now on this table, guys, is my accessory table. Now, some of it's safety, some of it's security, a lot of it's camera, but what I want to do is walk you through all the accessories that I put on this bike and how I do it. You don't have to do this stuff, but I have what they call a media extension bar. That allows me to put camera mounts above the handlebar system, so I'm leaving that alone. Plus, I'm going to adjust the control pad down a little bit so it's facing me more. But in here I've got my camera mounts for the rear bike. This is a forward mount for my Insta360 camera. This is the side mount for my Insta360 camera, which will mount right off the frame. I'll show you that once we get it all done. Of course, the infamous cell phone mount, one of the ones I use a lot because it blocks the camera if you don't. I have the half mount or half cut phone mount, and the reason I use that is because it frees up the lenses on the camera. As you can see here, I lock it into place, but if you look, the lenses are free. So you can shoot video, and this thing will adjust like this. So you can set that up to go wherever you want it to go. Really kind of cool. When you're done using it, you pop the lever, pull it out, and there you go. But anyway, this will be on the extension rod or media extension on the handlebar. All right, guys, what we're going to do now is go ahead and install the media extension bar. Now, you don't have to do this, but I do it because I have a lot of cameras. So we are going to get this all selected. What you do is you start with one screw first and get that to where it's first, then put the little strap right here, put that on the bar. Now, we don't know where they're going to adjust out at yet. We won't know that until we get them installed, and then we can adjust them as we see fit. Now I'm going to grab the second screw and put that in there. Do the same thing, get that one started. Get the insert or sleeve in. I want to see how far it can go because these bars got a fat section up here. And I think that's going to work out really great. I'm going to go right about there. And then I'm going to use my power tool to go ahead and cinch this down. Just making sure that little rubber insert is in there. Otherwise, they'll slide when you have weight on them. Now, don't get crazy with these because it's a Chinese product and it will strip out. So be kind of genteel. Okay. Then take the crossbar screw and just get it started. You don't want it to close up because we're going to run the bar through there. Now we're going to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. Now this particular kit comes with the Allen wrench, but I prefer to use my own. This one, early. Get that started. Then put the spacer in. Get one screw started. And get about the same distance. Grab the other screw here and get that one started. There's a lot of this assembly. This is the key to your media mount for all your different stuff like phone holder and all that kind of stuff, because there's really not enough room on these handlebars regardless of what bike you have. There's just not enough room. So this kind of gives you the room that you require. Don't tighten it down yet because you want to put your media bar crossed. Now, I bought the 12-inch media bar because I have a lot of stuff that I put on this. But basically, you just thread it through. And you may have to loosen them up a little bit to get it to line up right, which is okay. There we go. Now, I am anal retentive. Now, I am anal retentive, guys, so I've got to measure almost 4 inches out, and this one's short, so I got to go some more. And this has got to move, and that's got, oh, I moved them, that's right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Almost 4. Okay, we're there. Now I can cinch these down. Oh, wrong way, dummy. And the media crossbar is installed, however, not adjusted. So we're going to adjust it now. I want it like that. Now I'm going to have to loosen these up again to get the plastic inserts in there. Down we go. Here. Insert. More. There. All right, plastic inserts are in. So the media extension bar is installed. Now I'm going to put some of the mounts on, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and get the mirrors mounted, the side mirrors. All right, guys, what we're going to do is go ahead and mount the side mirrors. Now you got to unloosen this one right here and then pop off that end cap. And it shouldn't be that big a deal. Oh, there comes. Now, there. Now, got to take this end cap off to get that side mirror on. Now, I saved those. Now this is the side mirror system that I purchased. I think it's going to work out really well for me. And I got to see if the insert will work, and it will not. I got to change the insert out. So I'll be back in a minute. Oh, shit, I got something. Now for this unit, I got to use a different adapter to fit into that hole. So I got to take the stock one off that comes with it. Really not a big deal. Just lift up, and pull them out. And that's just like that. Should it? No. Got to do more than I thought. Now I had to change this end piece right here because it would not fit. Now I can put on the sleeve, and actually it's better if you take that off first, put the sleeve on, then put that end piece on. Oh, yep. So you can see the setup right here. I had to change this stuff out to fit the Mokwheel insert line. There it is there. Now I will take the supplied Allen wrench and tighten this thing up. These are cool looking mirrors. You can either flip them out or keep them in. We'll have to see. Okay, it'll go that way. And tighten this all up right here. You can either go this way or inside. I don't know if the inside's going to work. I think it's going to pick up my arm too much. But the outside still gives you some good clearance right here. I think it's going to be a nice mirror. Let me see where we're... Ah, that's too far. Got to loosen this up a little bit and drop it down right about there. And that mirror's on. Now we got to do the same thing to the other side. I won't record that because you've already seen it. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, the mirrors are all installed, as you can see here. And there you go. Mirrors are done. Media bar is done. All right, next thing we're going to do is put on the Rock Bros bag. And I got a lot of stuff in there. So I want to get that on. Then I can finish up putting all the other stuff on. Now, I thought I'd have a problem strapping down those front straps, but there's enough space between the, I'll call it butcher block, and the frame to feed the Velcro strips down. It's actually really going to work out extremely well. Now, I don't know where this is going to sit. I want it to sit right about there. This going to work? Nope, won't reach. So I want to go here and just pick up the end tab like this. And the same thing here, like that. Then pull it back. That gives me what I want. I'm going to lift the buckles up here so it'll strip through. Now, one thing I like about this rack, there's enough room to get your hand in there, where a lot of my 20x4 e-bikes, I had to really use a real long nose, needle nose pliers just to grab the end of this strap. So this process is actually going to work out really well. Just go through the buckle mount, refeed it back, tighten it up. And then what I do is I tuck the excess underneath the bag. Again, I'm anal retentive. So the Rock Bros bag is done. You can see it right here. Now, what's so cool about this, it's got, I think they call them Pentiers or something like that. Let me take out some of my junk that's in here. Because I got toolkits, all kinds of stuff. But what this does, it goes down and allows me to have some saddlebags right here. Now, I have never used these in the 3 years I've been riding e-bikes, but I know it's there if I ever need it. Next thing going on, guys, is the cell phone mount. Really easy to do. Just slip it there, and I want it to clear where my control is. Let me move it just a little bit, right about there. Yeah, that'll work. Let's give it a test. Then you take this lock it into place, and there you go. That's ready to go. Next is the GoPro mount, which will go right here. Now that's used for my GoPro. It's used for a lot of things. But mostly it's set up for the GoPro or the Ace Pro or one of my action cameras gets put on here. That locks into place. Okay, the next one is for my front mount Insta360 camera. That'll go right here. Now this one's kind of a pain in the butt to install, or it has been in the past. Let's see here. Now this one, because it takes the 360 camera, you really got to ratchet it down, because it will, because of the weight of the camera. When I have it on the other mounts, it'll really test you a little bit. Now getting the rubber mounts in is imperative. The Mokwheel toolkit is really come in handy here. All right, what I'm doing is tightening this thing down. And like I said, this thing is a pain in the butt to do. And you got to keep that rubber insert in there, or you're going to have problems. And this has been used a lot of times on a lot of different bikes. So it is kind of a pain to get installed. I kind of start it like this and have to move the controller out of the way. I don't know. We'll have to see. And normally you can either use a GoPro wrench. I use a pair of channel locks because it's easier for me to do it that way. But what I'm doing now is just doing equal pressure to get this thing to tighten down. All right. We'll be back in a minute. Guys, we are recording off the Insta360 camera off the side of the bike. And I want to show you that setup. Now here is the setup for the Insta360, and that's a side mount. Now I won't be using that a lot, but I will be using it. Let me get over here where you can get a better look at the mount system. Let me raise this up. There you can see the top of the camera. That's when I'm wanting to pick up side views and stuff like that. Most generally, this mount will not be permanently mounted, but it should be pretty cool. Here's the media mod all done. Now I want to show you the finished product. All the accessories have been mounted. There you go. Now, I'm not going to ride it today. Only thing I'm going to do is test the air pressure. I didn't get time to do the flat out. This is Florida, and right now it's 95 degrees outside, and it's only 10:21. So, I will continue this tomorrow. Now, I am going to do a test ride tomorrow. So, hey, we'll see you then.